Hey guys, this is your CFI Joy speaking. Welcome to my channel. The first video I made was like 12 years ago, and now I'm just want to record my new life as I'm studying for my master. I will get some free time where I would like to share my flying experience from being a student pilot, private pilot with instrument rating onto commercial pilot license and flight instructors. The topic that I want to talk about most is how to get your CFI. So CFI stands for Certified Flight Instructor. You'll hear this term a lot. So some people will say CF Initial because there are three types. So the first one is CFI Initial, and the second one people usually call it CFII. That is instructor for instrument, where you can teach people instrument flying. And then the third one is MEI, multi-engine instructor. So for me, I only have my CFI. I think that's good enough to start with. Okay, so when people are thinking about getting CFI, they are intimidated because you don't know where to prepare from. It seems to be a lot. So the most difficult part is the ground portion, where you're gonna teach the examiner as if he or she were the student, and you're actually gonna be an instructor. So the first thing for all the check, right? You need to know the standards, right? So for CFI, there's PTS, which stands for Practical Test Standard, that you can find online on the FAA website. So start with that, and there are different subjects that you need to prepare, and some of those are required that you will for sure be asked. So for example, here it says technical subject areas. There's a note under that which says the examiner must select tests B and M and at least one other task. So what is B and M? B is runway incursion avoidance, and M, it is logbook entry and certificate endorsements. First, it starts with these two subjects. For example, for the runway incursion avoidance here, so there's 17 things that you have to mention based on the PTS. So you don't have to memorize it, but you will need to make sure that you covered everything and make sure your lesson is smooth. Then find your material, whichever that will help you to prepare everything. So for me, I'm using Glam's flying instructors and flying maneuvers. Over here is the stick, and so I have it over here and all the maneuvers. Okay, let's say you see so many subjects that you need to cover, and you will need to start with task B and task M, which I mentioned earlier, and those are all the items you want to make sure you cover. And then here you will see for each item what can it be your approach, what are the things that you can talk about. This is like the outline for you, and by practicing this it again and again to develop your own lesson plan, and then you can put together works for you. So know the PTS for CFI, and not just that, since we're talking about test standards, because once you get your CFI, you'll be able to teach a private pilot and a commercial pilot. So don't forget the ACS as well. Well, it used to be called PTS, but now it's called ACS. That is the Airman Certification Standards. Kind of memorize them inside out, so when you're training your student, you want to make sure before the check ride, he or she understands everything, and especially when you're teaching maneuvers, you want to know what is the tolerance in terms of that, say, short field landing, and you will have to be able to address that. Okay, so 200 feet, you see. So here for short field approach, so I highlighted the 200 feet, within the 200 feet point. So those numbers you'll have to know, because while you're flying, you're gonna know that if you're within the standard or not. So know ACS, this is your best friend. You know, it's gonna help you and your student pass their check rides. Okay,